Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time stopping by, my name's Heather, and today I have a subscriber request video for you. Back when I had uploaded my 100 subscriber giveaway, I had asked you guys to comment below and let me know what you wanted to see on this channel. What content do you want? And so many of you were so nice to respond with pins, subscription unboxings, hauls, DIYs, and all of those things that I do include on my channel. So that meant a lot that the things I'm already doing are the things that you want to see. However, I did have one unique request, and that was from Tony over at Finding Disney. So girl, if you're watching, this video is for you. Tony had asked to see the items behind me on all of the shelves. Of course, you can see a little bit of that. You see I've got my Faith, you've got my Disney in here, but you can't really see everything because I'm hiding it. And as well, there are 5 shelves, not just the few that you see. So I'm going to be turning this camera around and showing you everything that is on my shelf. Huge disclaimer. Yes, I am a huge Jim Shore fan. Yes, I do have Jim Shore figurines. However, with the limited space that I have, most of them stay boxed and tucked away in nice totes in our closet, and I used to rotate them out on a regular basis. With that being said, after Christmas we've gone through quite a bit of changes and health issues within the household, and so I have not really felt the need to do that. I kind of wanted to keep everything consistent behind me, and so I've kept out some certain pieces that mean a lot to me. And not that I don't love them all, but I just don't have the time to swap that out like I used to. I used to swap it out with every season. I mean, it just got really crazy. And so until we get moved and buy a home, I'm just going to be leaving it how it is. And maybe I will be sharing everything with you that I do have in the Jim Shore collection when it comes Vlogmas time. Of course, if I purchase any items between now and then, I will show you in any hauls that I may be doing. Without further ado, let me turn the camera around. Let's just go ahead and start at the top. The very first thing obviously you see is a flag. This flag was for my father, who passed away in 2014. He did pass away from Alzheimer's, but he did serve his country proudly for many years, and it is just an honor to actually have his flag in my home. My mom went ahead and gave it to me instead of waiting until she passed away to have it willed to me. Then she went ahead and gave it to me to bring home immediately that day. I framed it, of course, and then here it has been ever since. To the left and right of that are some teapots. I used to be a huge teapot collector. I don't collect teapots anymore, but I have held on to a few that I really did love, and these two just happen to be part of that. The actual first shelf is a little mixture of some things. Of course, you see Beauty and the Beast, and you see some things that are a little bit homemade, beautiful little gifts from a sweet girl. So the first item is honestly not a decor piece, but we have chose to make it one because we've used it a couple of times. We've let Michaela have some water with lemon in it. We just didn't really want to ruin it. It's a lot of difficult pieces in there to pop out and clean, and like I said, we just didn't want to ruin it. It's really pretty. Didn't want to mess anything up on the outside by washing it a lot, so it's just going to hang out on our shelf. The next piece is this gorgeous snow globe that my friend gifted me with Belle and Beast, and she's in a beautiful yellow ball gown. This has some very ornate trim on it. It's really nice gold, and then it's got the roses and windows all the way around, and it has the enchanted rose on the back, which is so beautiful. It does kind of protrude off of this little silver dome piece, and if you can see at the bottom, there are some yellow gold-ish little rhinestones, I guess that's what you want to call them, at the bottom all the way around, and it just kind of continues. And then you see Mrs. Potts and Chip on the front with their gold writing. And this snow globe plays Beauty and the Beast. So the snow inside is actually pink and white hearts. Let me see if I can shake that down so you can see a little bit better. Of course not. There we go. There you can see cute little pink and white hearts, and it is just absolutely stunning. Now this was released at Walgreens for Valentine's Day, so I doubt that these are even available anymore. You may have some clearanced out at your Walgreens, but when I went in the first part of March, all of this stuff was completely wiped out because I wanted to get a couple of these for gifts, and it just didn't happen. This next little snow globe is a Belle snow globe with Cogsworth and Lumiere at the bottom. She is holding her beautiful red rose, and it's just a very simple snow globe from the Disney store. It doesn't have anything fancy. It's not a music box, but it is beautiful. I love all of the colors and all of the little pieces all around it. It was a very inexpensive piece, but it was really cute. Again, this one has hearts all around the top, and it's absolutely lovely. The next Beauty and the Beast item is a teapot. I said before that I collect teapots, and this is one of them. This is absolutely stunning. I love how Belle's hands are clasped together, and he's holding the rose high in the air. His head lifts off, and that's where you put your water and your tea, and then his hand actually has the spout for you to pour your tea. So that is super cute. And up front is that Woody hat that if you watched my mug collection, this is the Woody hat that goes on top of the Woody mug that we have. And it no longer plays. You've Got a Friend in Me, but it did at one time, and I just really couldn't part with it. It's a nice little piece to have hanging around. Next, for these little personal items, this cute little votive holder has little snowmen on it. Those are actually Michaela's fingerprints from kindergarten. Cute little gift that she made in her class, and it stays out year round. The American flag back here, she did make this past year at school, and one of her fine motor skills is being able to hold a paintbrush, and because that was one of her goals, they let her do a lot of painting, and it's going to help her further down the road when she needs to use a pencil. And I absolutely love it. I wanted to keep it as close to my dad's flag on top as possible. It was absolutely beautiful. I'm not sure the significance of all of the black at the bottom. I never did ask the teachers because I didn't want to look stupid, but I'm sure there was a purpose for that. It's just something beautiful that she decided to paint, and I obviously can't part with it. In the far back is a Mother's Day 2004 tile with her handprints on it, and look at that, guys. I completely erased her pinky trying to clean and dust, and her pinky came off, and you can imagine how upset that I was, because these are her little preschool kindergarten fingers, and you guys know how much I adore that child, and anything that revolves around her is just pure magic, and that really upset me like you guys don't even understand. But I'm happy to have it, and I'll definitely keep that forever. I'm not sure what the little ornament is back there that she had actually made for me. Her class goes to do little pottery classes every once in a while out and about in the community, and this is something that she made, so I'm not sure what that was supposed to be. I'm not sure if it was something Christmas oriented. It reminds me of a doghouse or a t-shirt, and I really don't know, but I love the colors that she picked, and the fact that she made it. Again, it's perfect no matter what. This next shelf is possibly one of my favorites. Of course, you see Lumiere and Cogsworth, Mrs. Potts, and Chip. I'm not going to go into those so much because you guys have probably already seen these. Obviously, those Lumiere and Chip are available in the parks. They should still be available on the app. If I'm wrong, I'll leave it in the description box below, just because I want to make sure that I'm telling you guys current information. The Chip mug should still be available, although I'm not sure about that as well. Again, I'll leave that below. Mrs. Potts, in all her gorgeous glory, is not an actual teapot. Even though her lid comes off, it comes off to access the music element of this, and she does play Tale as Old as Time. She's absolutely stunning. I love her face. Mrs. Potts is everything. She is one of my top favorite characters in that film. And here is my pride and joy. This is perhaps one of my favorite Beauty and the Beast items that we own. I absolutely love the bookcases behind the biggest snow globe. It goes all the way around with so many books in here. I love it. I love the crest at the top. And then, of course, you have the Enchanted Rose on the left side. You have Beauty and the Beast in the middle wearing her green dress, and that's almost unheard of in little pieces like this. And then this actual globe moves, which I thought that was a nice little element. You have the beautiful footstool puppy dog going down the stairs, and then all of the other characters showcasing Mrs. Potts getting her very own snow globe. You guys, this piece has so many details, it is unreal. This that looks like dirt, you might see some dust here and there, but this is actually not dirt. These are like little crack lines in the floor. And then if you go around, I'll show you the other details if I can get it to turn. This thing is so heavy. You can see all of the details in the bricks, all of the different brushing of the colors, the gargoyles, the beautiful vining roses, and this trim at the bottom. Absolutely stunning. Again, I'm gonna try to turn this around. Okay, there we go. Of course, you have more of that gold trim at the bottom, and then you have some gold and cream trim making these beautiful pillars on the outside, the vining roses going up to the windows, and then this gorgeous stained glass window. This really set it apart for a lot of pieces for me because not a lot of people could display this where you have a 360 view of the back and the front at the same time. So the fact that they still went ahead and made such a beautiful back on this, I was blown away and I absolutely had to have it. I'm not sure what it plays. Give me a second and I will turn it upside down to see. Okay, I've turned that around and had to put it back up because it was so heavy it used both of my hands. But the song that this one actually plays is Something There. And I find that also as rare as her wearing her green dress. It's always the blue dress or the yellow dress, rarely the green, and rarely that song. You always get Tale as Old as Time or Beauty and the Beast, but to have There's Something There as the actual song that this one plays is phenomenal. This shelf is probably the one you guys can see the most whenever you are watching my videos. The Enchanted Rose dome over there I made for Michaela's 7th birthday. She's had a couple of Beauty and the Beast parties, but that was a little centerpiece that I made for her. Super simple, just bought the rose and I bought the dome at Michael's and bada bing, there it is. There wasn't much to it, but of course I couldn't part with it. I didn't want to change it. I just wanted it as simple as it is. On the left, For We Walk by Faith and Not by Sight is one of my favorite signs. It was given to me on my birthday last year by a friend of mine. Down in front of that, if you watched our Disney Women of Faith swap box, you know that Mariah from Mariah's Whole New World got my name, and she gifted me this gorgeous stone featuring Psalm 91:4. I absolutely cherish this with my entire heart, as well as this next item that you're seeing in the center, and that is a beautiful angel. Beth from the Collectioneers Club sent this to me. She saw it and she immediately thought of Michaela. She said it had the very small tiny nose like her, and it just reminded her of Michaela, and she had to send it to me, and I will cherish that always as well. It is so beautiful and I love the detail. Of course it looks like it should be out at Christmas. Again, I don't follow the rules and it's going to stay out year round. Behind that beautiful angel is the Lord's Prayer that I printed out. I just wanted it as a little reminder every single day that we should give thanks and spend time praying before we do anything else. And then of course there's my little baby Boo. She is probably 13, 14 there. She's always looked much younger than her actual age, so people still don't believe that she's about to be 20. It's hard for me to even believe she's almost 20, but this is an older picture, but I really did love what she was wearing that day and her cute little head tilt that she does. And actually looking at the camera and not angry for a change. She is not one that loves her picture taken, believe it or not. You have to really take thousands of pictures and catch a good one. But I did love this photo, so it just stays out year round as well. If you were wondering about these cute little cups, these actually came from Israel. They are carved from olive wood right in Israel, and our pastor has gone over there a couple of years, and 2 of those years he's brought back these cups for our entire congregation at church to have communion. They're just so beautiful, and not one of them is the same. Let's see if I can get that. There we go. Not one of them is the same, and that's what I love about them a lot, and I love keeping them out. They all have their gorgeous little details. Like the coloring is different on some of them. And of course you could see these 2 are completely different as well. Last but not least on this shelf is perhaps the most gorgeous cross I have ever owned. This also came from Mariah with that Disney Women of Faith Easter swap. It is a Jim Shore cross and I am in love. The pastel colors, the design, I mean Jim Shore knows what he's doing. Just that's all there is to it. He knows what he's doing, and to take something so sacred to me and turn it into such a beautiful piece took my breath away, to be honest. So I love it, and it makes this little shelf complete. Moving down here is the shelf that I actually have the Jim Shore pieces on that I keep out. Left to right, I have my Sorcerer Mickey. We have a snow globe. We have a Minnie Mouse Jim Shore piece, another snow globe, and then that Seven Dwarf back there has to be, what is he, Doc? Okay, my brain just fell out all of a sudden. He's actually meant to be outside. However, all of our foster dogs have broken all of our Seven Dwarfs pieces outside, so this was the last one standing, and I brought it in just for the sake of I couldn't bear to see another one shattered. And then we have Dopey, which I did purchase when I met Jim Shore this past Christmas. Then I have gorgeous little Remy, which you guys know he's my favorite mouse, rat, whatever you want to call him. And then the beautiful Haunted Mansion plate. So now that I've done that overview, I'll give you guys a closer look. What else can I say about how amazing Sorcerer Mickey is? I mean, I absolutely love him. He is my oldest piece. He is my favorite piece, actually. And he has a light element, and then he also has a music box element, and he does play the Sorcerer's Apprentice while the broom and the buckets spin around underneath. And this was either 12 to 14 years old. Again, this is my very first piece. I never knew just how much that my love for his art would really grow, and this was the beginning. This was honestly the beginning, and I do keep this out all the time. This is the one that I have never, even when I swapped out all of my stuff, I never took this one down. Absolutely my favorite. And now that I actually got to meet Jim Shore, funny enough, years later, I live not too far, 10-15 minutes away from him, and it's absolutely incredible that kind of came full circle because I did get to meet him this past Christmas. I don't know if you were around when I did Vlogmas, but I did share that during Vlogmas. I went to have breakfast with Jim Shore. He did a nice Q&A, and of course he had some pieces for sale. But I was able to get him to sign this piece, and it means everything to me. And here you can see the beautiful details on Mickey's robe here, and there is Jim Shore's autograph. You could tell whenever we, or when I was there by myself, you could tell whenever I showed him this piece and handed it over for him to sign it, he was floored that someone had this piece, because it's very rare. Not a lot of people have it, and obviously it has been retired for a very long time. He was so happy to see it, and you could tell it meant a lot that I brought this piece for him to sign. It was almost like he really didn't want to let go of it. So very, very thrilled to have it. Okay, so this Sorcerer Mickey snow globe is next, and then you have all of this gorgeous line of pixie dust. It's like white iridescent glitter, if I can get it to show. Here we go. And of course you have Grumpy looking completely disgusted as ever. Alice, and there you see Tinkerbell spreading all of her glorious little pixie dust. Donald, and there's my girl Lady. Oh my gosh, she is always so beautiful. I've never seen a bad representation of Lady anywhere. She's just so pretty. And then Pinocchio looking like he's got in trouble for something. His postures always crack me up when I see them. And then we have Bambi with a beautiful little butterfly on his tail. This was from the Disney store and is not a music box element, does not have a music element. My goodness, I can't even talk today. But it was just a really pretty piece, and I loved all of the characters that they had at the bottom. This one is several years old too, if I can see a date. Nope. Nope, I cannot. Nope. It is several years old though. I want to say I got it in 2007 or 8. So it's been around for a while too. Next up is another Jim Shore piece that I keep out year round, and of course you're thinking that looks like it might be a teacher's gift, and you would be right. Am I a teacher? No, I am not. My mother actually bought this for Michaela on the very first year that Michaela started school, and I guess that she interpreted it as Michaela going to school was having a bright future, and she loved the design of it, so she purchased it for her. And I guess loosely that's one way to look at it. So, but we are really happy to have it. It's beautiful, and I love that this little red schoolhouse is on the front with the American flag. Of course, I love anything Americana, and of course that is gorgeous to me. It has a beautiful green trees background and either a little house or secondary schoolhouse. Could be an outhouse from back in the day. I don't even know. But it was beautiful. I love the different shades of blue in it and how it just goes down into the clouds and the background. It's so beautiful. And then Minnie is holding a mini blackboard that actually has a, let me see if I can get close enough to it. Maybe not. It has like a little math problem on there, which I thought was a cute little detail. And then she's holding a ruler in the other hand. She's so pretty, and I love that her hat has the flower on it, and I love the detailing in her ears. So for this snow globe, I'm going to ask you to pardon my dust. This thing is murder to dust. So just excuse any of that and look at all of the glorious details. This one is also very old. I love that the keyhole is Mickey, as well as like the hardware on the trunk are little Mickey heads. And so this snow globe just features the word Mickey Mouse on it. Sorry for that. And then it has all of his props and costumes for movies that he's been in. You have movie reels, the wheel from Steamboat Willie, like the ship, as well as his Steamboat Willie hat, more movie reels, and some books on the back. This is absolutely incredible. I love it a lot. And like I said, it just so many cool little details. It almost reminds me of the room where you can go in and meet Mickey, which was the Talking Mickey. Kind of reminds me of that room a lot. So it's nice to have this. Obviously this was around way before they decided to have that meet and greet. So it just kind of brought a little of that magic from that room into our home. There's not much really to say about this piece other than what I already said. This little guy came from Walgreens, and he's just a little yard ornament. Lawn ornament, whatever you want to call that. And like I said, the dogs have completely annihilated all of them that I own, even the Snow White one. So yeah, this little guy had to come inside until we have a yard of our own where I can keep things kind of up in a raised flower bed or something. So yeah, he's just gonna stay tucked away in the house until then. Oh my goodness, guys, can you even handle it? Look at Dopey. He is absolute perfection, from the bottom of the stairs to his shoe, like the detailing of his shoe and his robe and his gorgeous face. And then we have a candle that lights up. Look at his eyes, how beautiful and blue matches the parts on his robe, and then the detailing of his pants underneath. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad that I bit the bullet and bought this one. And this one is no longer in production. This is the last one he actually had, and this is one of the last pieces that actually runs on watch battery. They don't make them like that anymore. So this one is a retired piece that you can no longer purchase unless you purchase it, excuse me, secondary, like on eBay or something like that. Next up is this bottom shelf, and it is nothing but Disney except for that gorgeous cross in the back. The story behind that cross is absolutely special. There is a local women's shelter here where I live, and they were selling these. I guess someone had made them for them to sell, and they were selling them to help get back on their feet, to purchase clothes for interviews, and to help buy food for their families and things like that while they were not at the shelter. So it is a beautiful piece, and I'm so happy to have it. It is so heavy, so I'm not going to be pulling that out, but I'm very honored to have it, and why not help others in need? So this first piece I'm going to pull up for you from the bottom shelf is Goofy on an Animal Kingdom rock and a snow globe, and he is checking out a frog with his magnifying glass. This I've had for several years, and I can't remember what shop in Animal Kingdom I got it, and I honestly can't remember what year, but it is so cute, and I'm so glad that I have it. Next is Donald Duck, and he is a happy scout. He is a happy camper. I did get this from the Disney Movie Club and redeemed with my points, and he actually did come with a commemorative card as well as a Disney pin to match him. He's so cute. He reminds me everything of Camp Mini Mickey when it was still in Animal Kingdom. I will never part with this guy because he just looks so cute. I mean, look at that little ducktail. How cute is that? This piece came from Cinderella's 50th anniversary. It has a lot of beautiful detail, and it does have a pillow on the top that used to have a glass slipper. However, the many times that I have moved over the years, it has gotten broken off, but it is still beautiful. I'm still hanging on to it, and it plays "A Dream is a Wish Your Heart Makes." I'll turn that around for you to see the back of it. I love all of the gold detailing in that. And I'm surprised that I have actually kept this because she's not one of my most favorite princesses, but she is really beautiful. I love her face in this. Up next is a Genie musical. I'm not sure what he plays. I don't play it a lot because it's so unstable. It sits up so high. I'm always scared I'm gonna knock it over. But a friend did gift this to us several years ago, and actually right after Robin Williams passed away. So I was very honored to get this as a gift, and I'm so happy to have it. Especially with the movie coming out, I'm happy to have that as well. The next to the last item that I have on the very bottom shelf is this cup from Gaston's Tavern. Every time that we have tried to get this mug with LeFou's Brew in it, and we end up getting LeFou's Brew, but not this mug. They are always sold out. So I was lucky enough to find someone selling it on eBay and was able to gift it to Damon for his birthday. He was so excited. As you guys probably remember, he was so sick with pneumonia that month, so it really brightened his day. On the other side, though, it was kind of confusing that they actually used Beast as the other image. I was really surprised. I'm surprised they didn't have LeFou on one side, or at least have Gaston on both sides. I'm not complaining. It was just an odd choice. And then there are hidden Mickeys in the bottom. The very last item is an item that I used to keep out just in the fall season, but like I said, I've gotten super lazy, and what's out just stays out. So this is gorgeous. Bambi, Thumper, and Flower. There's just, oh my goodness, a special place in my heart for those three characters, and I love all of the detail of all of the fall and the foliage and the leaves and the acorns, just everything. Everything that reminds me of fall is in the base of this. It's just so beautiful. And I love how Thumper, his little tail is sitting right there, just hanging off that little log that he's sitting on. Everyone is just so happy and so beautiful, and I love their friendship so much. Up on top you have a couple of acorns with some leaves. I think it would have been really cute if they had somehow did a hidden Mickey in that, but they didn't. I'm okay with it, but it would have been really cute. And you can see a better detail of the floor of the inside of the snow globe. Just how much detail they put into this. That's gonna do it for the bottom shelf. I'm gonna give you one quick overview before we end this video. So that is a closer look at my shelves. I am always so happy to see other people's collections, especially like some older items that are not like out and popular right now. So if you have any of these items in your collection, let me know in the comments below, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give this a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. It would mean the absolute world to me to have you a part of my family. And as always, I will see you guys next time. Bye!